Wataguan people. My Guyanese friend used to say that, Wataguan. And that means what is going on. Anyways, yeah, for some reason, right, today when I decided to start the stream, right, I noticed that, hey, my microphone with the headphones was working. I could hear everything. All the settings were working. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I didn't touch anything. The same way on the last stream that I did. I mean, I didn't touch anything. And then all of a sudden, everything was broken. And I'm like, what ridiculous. And I never even fixed it. And I never even bothered to fix it from Friday. And it just started working. Anyways, well, we're here to do some trading with Davincij15. And we're going to talk about the markets, talk about different cryptocurrencies you guys want to talk about. Okay, let's see here. Let me just adjust the camera a little bit there. There we go. And then let's see if we can take a look. And you know what? This got me a little concerned that we're missing another fast move equals a failed move equals fast move in the opposite direction. I think this has already played out. Personally, maybe it's gone higher, but if you're in it for the long term, right? Yeah. Well, we gotta like. Oops. Let me just go to the daily. Zoom in. Like this is be the good. This would be the trade overall that you want to take. So you could be, if you haven't taken this, just trade and taking it with a specific set of risks involved, assuming that it holds down here. That would be probably the safe trade to take, which is like the entry here. And now this is also in the group. If you missed it, and you still have time to get into this trader, of course, right? So yeah. But right now, if we're looking for a larger time frame trade, a shorter time frame trade, see if we can get lucky. Maybe put in a small amounts of money, and that turns into something very large and in the right direction. I'll be honest here. Right now, this trade, this bigger trade that we're seeing here, if we see sometime down the line that there's a possibility of a higher trade going short, we're going to take it. Even though I'm going to say, hey, you know what, hold this trade. So that might seem a little confusing, but you have to because you don't know. We could be completely wrong on the short. So just saying, just to be clear, should that occur in the next little while, so that nobody feels like that they got screwed if they went into this trade and stuff like that. It just, every single thing that happens in the market, we just use probabilities and figure out which way to go based on probabilities. And based on probabilities, right now, we're still a higher probability to go for a long and holding that bottom as well. So yeah, that's just the way it is. And should that could turn, but you shouldn't exit that trade because this trade, because if it does turn, only because that we could be wrong, right? All right. So with that said, I'm going to. There's a lot of people ask, like I didn't respond to a lot of different people out there. What sound is super low? Oh man, that's not right. What's going on? Okay, let me see here. Let me just try turning up the gain and seeing if that helps. That's weird, man. Like every single time, there seems to be uh, a clear problem with this. And yeah, I'm looking at the mic movements. You know how they have like a gauge for how long the mic is, and I mean I'm getting it really loud in my ear. I'm gonna try turning it down. Oh, I can't. Okay, so I have to do this. Frack. Man, I need to figure out how to like if I could pay right now for a special studio system that that works really well. that doesn't break like this all the time, I would do it because I'm tired of OBS right now. Really tired of it. Every single time I have to reconfigure the whole system. Every single time I do a video, without stop, without. There is no exception, right? And I thought today was going to be an exception. Actually, it's without exception. Okay, let me see here. If I go to the multi-output device, there we go. Okay, how about no? I don't know. Now the volume doesn't want to. Yeah, I got the mic on the right setting here, and the volume's still low. Yeah, it's Jesus, right? And I can see that on here, and I can't adjust it any higher. Yeah, I can't adjust it any higher here. Let me try the microphone itself. Gain test, and as the gain goes higher, it still doesn't do anything. It's so lame. What the hell? Wow. Oh man, I don't know what to. I don't know what to do now because like there's no more adjustments that I can make to make this thing work. Let me try switching to the default mic, and forcing it high. Nope, I can't force it higher because it's all the way it's to the max. On the if I go to the computer's settings, right? It's all the way to the max. Yet OBS has it all the way lower. So maybe if I close OBS and start OBS again, that's all I can do. And I don't know if it's gonna break the stream or not. So I'm gonna try again, and there might be a break in the stream. I'm gonna close OBS and start it up again. Right, and then I'm gonna start looking for software that actually works, because this is free, right? What do you expect for free? All right, wish me luck that I can come back. Well, hopefully I came back. Let's see here. Okay, guys, I'm back now. And yeah, there's no change. I mean, the recording on OBS is low, right? According to my computer, it's correctly the sound amount of input from my mic is correct. It's at the max, and so OBS is just not working, right? You can tell based on the two settings. Okay, so that's. I mean, we're just gonna have to live with that, and go forward with the video as is. Because we're just going to spend too much time trying to troubleshoot this thing. And I thought it was going to be the same thing happening, but yeah, I just didn't realize that the sound was not working that high. Oh well, oh Jesus, I just don't know why. There's always an issue when this thing should just work always, right? There's no, I mean, if I don't change anything, if I don't change any settings, right? Just logically to me, right? As soon as I start the application again, everything should be set exactly where I left it. That's just logic to me. But that's not how it works. All right, so anyways, let me just close up the Telegram because it's shooting up here like crazy, and then let's start it up here on Windows. And let's bring up your messages here. And alrighty, now that we are ready, back at it again. Let me just see what else everybody else is saying here. Sorry about the volume. Just gonna have to turn it up a lot on your computer, and hopefully nothing else. You don't have any kind of other what's it called, issues. Okay, alrighty, so yeah, there's no other issues other than that. That's good to hear. So looking at the shorter time frame, right, because the time frame on the daily is the same pretty much. But let me just go to the shorter time frame and kill all the fibs that I got down here, and then go back to daily. Scroll in, and so we're like really choppy here. No great volume with that. It's unfortunate that that move, that failed move here, did not show up with a lot of volume, even on the what's it called, the spot market. There was not a lot of volume on this failed move, so you can't really say that that was a failed move on such low volume per se. You can see even on a lower time frame. Let's just go to the 5-minute time frame, see how much volume that really did produce. And yeah, it's not that big of a deal. It practically didn't even look at what. That's not true. Well, there must be a glitch here because it didn't even, barely even taking this thing down. And somebody's printing something. Okay, that's weird. It taking this thing down, the volume, and then yeah, that's a glitch. Because there's no way that that's correct. Okay. So now our volume indicator is a little bit off, so we can't really use it that well. Yeah. Well, we are rolling over from this topped out peak. Most likely it was probably like what's it called, a Hail Mary um, short here. That's happening here. There you go, right there. We're in the Hail Mary short, really. So this thing, yeah, it's emming out a little bit here, so you can see this thing coming way well back, at least back to where it came from before it excuse me, before it actually it turns around. So that's what we'll wait for, and before we take in any kind of trade. Um, yeah, well, that's all you've got for Bitcoin. So with that said, let's talk about the different altcoins that we want to that you guys want to talk about. So if you have a list of altcoins that you want me to review and see how well they're doing, we're going to go ahead and do exactly that. So let me see if anybody mentioned an altcoin in the way here. All right, there we go. We got a link and a Tezos here happening here just before the stream started. So let's go with that first off. Okay. Now I'm wondering, should we like take a trade here? I'm just before we go on to that, I'm wondering, should we take a trade here because this is emming out. But the thing is, no. The thing is, take a look. Why? The amount of possible gains here are just too low for a breakout, and I hate breakouts because it's always, you always have to like suffer a little bit before it actually comes back down. No, forget it. Maybe we could do this. If it breaks here and it comes back into us, then we'll consider taking a short to all the way down. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. But this is all in 5 minutes, so we might miss that. So consider that. Okay, Link. Let's start with Link. Whoa, and it's still flying, man. Still flying. Man, I did not think that this move was the brightest move ever that I've ever made, and yet it's going higher because I bought this right here on a breakout trade, and I just don't like bothering with coins that have just have already popped. But I was like, okay, fine. You know what? I'm gonna put in a small, tiny amount that even if it does, if I do lose, right, I'm not going to like cry over it. And yeah, I did very well. Yeah, sure. My wife's gonna come in and grab something. Sí, hola, dice hola, mi amor. Vamos a. Hola. Hacemos un video, pero este bien es solamente para mí. Amigos, amigos muy cerca de mí. Venía a buscar mis permisos, que si no se me olvida. Sí, vengo, bro. Ciao. All right, guys. So I was just telling her that you guys are my closest friends, right? So that I'm doing videos for. So yeah. And then you guys don't mind if she comes into the background. So okay, so is it late? Too late to like a lot of people ask me, is it too late to buy the link here? And I'm like, you know, unless you're a day trader, you're not interested in this, right? Because unless you have a plan to sell this thing higher and make a profit, and really effectively, this location is really, 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 really bad right here. I thought this was bad. This is like just stupid. Right? Is it going higher? Yeah, probably. But you don't know how high. It might not make it to my point, my sell point. It might just, you know, crap out well before it, just a little bit before it. And I'm willing to accept that. Now, if you're not willing to accept that kind of behavior, right, in the market, because look, I don't have a lot of skin in the game, right? If you're not willing to accept that, you shouldn't be trading this. You shouldn't be buying this, right? You can't accept losses. You shouldn't be buying, and that's why I generally just say, you know, no, no. The answer is well, depends, really. But for the average Joe, the answer is don't even think about buying this thing. All right, with the W here, this is a nice little W on the what's it called? The volume indicator. That means we have still some more juice in this movement, so it's got legs. All right, which is always a good thing to talk about, right? Especially if you've already invested in it and you're really happy about that. I'm sure a lot of you guys are. Okay, well, let's take a look at what you guys came up with in coins, and there was a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff that you guys um, had been chirping out in the last few days, and I hope we get to some of the good stuff that you guys mentioned um, in the past because I'd really like to take a look at the charts on those things. Okay, CH, and so because of that, I might even do a second video this week so that we look at more charts of different cryptos and figure out which ones are best to pick up because I bet you we're gonna find something that I have to pound the table on, right? And we're gonna find because there's always one that you know I miss that it was obvious, right? If I took 5 minutes to chart CHSB, if I just took 5 minutes to to look at it, SB, oh come on, I would have probably been like pounding a table on it, right? You know what I mean? So yeah, this thing's already left the building, right? Has it topped out and finished? There's a good chance that it's already finished too, because that's a big retracement, man. That's a big retracement from the last W right here. Yeah, that's a 61.8 retracement. Now that doesn't mean it's over. Actually, it just means that there was um, a good probability that could stay stuck in here or come all the way back to the 88.6, which is most likely. Because I don't know what this coin is, and let's see how long it's been around. Let's go to the weekly. All right, so it's not old. It's not really old. Terribly old. It's not terribly new. So yeah, I think it probably's got a bit more legs to go. So don't be surprised if this thing actually continues going higher from here, from this bounce off the 61.8. Now, what should you do? Should you be a buyer up here? No. Um, do I have any of this thing? Um, oops. No, I don't. Let me just head back here because it's on a different CHSB. I don't have any of this because it's on that exchange some exchange that I don't an exchange that I don't use. So yeah, I would not have any of it. And if I was on this, I probably would have bought this a long time ago. Should if it was on Binance or on some of the major exchanges, because it was a decent looker. It was a decent looker from the way back when. before it took off, and I would have had quite a few doubles off of this thing. I mean, look at that. I probably would have gotten on this on around Christmas time when I was doing most of my shopping, and look at that. That would have been a 4 doubles right there, man. Poof. Wow, that would have been a sweet, sweet buy back then. But with it as it is now, I'm not interested. There's much better fish to fry. MCO, let's take a look at that. Bitcoin, nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Okay, so MCO, wow, I like it. I like it like that. Notice how I'm not crying because it came all the way close to my buy order and didn't dump. Who cares, right? I'm in it for the long run, and so I am willing to actually get some more of this if I have to, right? Yeah. But I'm not willing to get more until we get down to, yeah, because this BS move, right? This BS move, it was like, come on, get real. It was this W down here, and I'm like, no. Now, can you be a buyer here? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'm just willing to wait it out because I already have a lot of this. I'm feeling I have enough of this coin to not, because it's an old coin, relatively old coin actually. There's the same kind of relative deal that's happening with the other one, and it's been bouncing around a lot. So, and it's seeing lower lows and lower lows. So I'm not willing to risk that this thing might go even lower on the next time it comes back down. But I think what I would consider, if you want to consider buying this, you're okay to start nibbling here, but maybe you should wait until the break of the trend line if it has already broken. Let's just see if we broke a trend line here. Yeah, so I would wait for this break of that trend line there. On the other side, sure, or straight buy or wait for a W, right? That would probably be the safest thing to do on this coin, and easiest thing to do, because there's just a clear trend, right? It's a ski slope straight down, right? You can go skiing on this thing. I wonder if there's a ski image there. Yeah. Alrighty. Why do I have like? Oh yeah, it's a union. Okay. So, anyways, alrighty. Let's head back to. Um, let's see here. DCR and XRP, please. Okay. So let's start with the hated coin. If you're gonna do 2 coins, I'm only gonna choose more than 1 coin, and I'm only gonna choose one, and then come back if there's time to do the others. But other than that, I'm just gonna just to give everybody a fair chance to do a coin. I'm only gonna choose one, and I'm gonna be the one to choose it. So I'm gonna choose XRP because it's a nicely hated coin, and I want to see how that's my hater coin is doing. Well, I FOMO'd in right here because the only reason why I FOMO'd in, right? Because normally I would not do that. I'd be like doing my fibby fibs, is because look at this crappy this absolute manipulated coin. I mean, if we go to the weekly, you see that it just takes off, gone. When it goes, it just goes straight off. Like, there's no reason for that unless it's manipulation, right? It doesn't create a nice rounded bottoming pattern, nice beautiful bottoming pattern. It just goes, right? So that means it's pure manipulation, right? So I figured, you know what? I want to jump in on this pure manipulation train should it decide to do it. And so far, it's still good because, I mean, unless they roll over here, right, and they have to do that over time, slowly, and then do the W, this still could turn into an explosive move. Don't know. Generally, If this is not manipulated, we should be coming back down to visit this levels down here. We should be visiting them to see if the person who wanted to buy down there still wants to buy. All right, so we'll wait and see, right? If it comes back down below the 2,000 sat level, then we know that this pump was not a manipulated pump, for sure. Okay, next coin. Okay, let me just quickly glance over it. Bitcoin, nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Man, I don't understand why this hour is not producing anything. Generally speaking, this hour is very wild and wacky. We're able to we're able to day trade this hour, right? The hour before the week starts and the hour afterwards. But this time not. I don't understand why. It's just been lately nothing, a whole lot of nothing. Okay, and that's just well, that's just the way it is, I guess. Okay, next coin, Raven. But we won't change the time frame until because generally what happens is that you get a little bored and you change your plan, and then it switches back, and then you're really pissed. Okay, so I'll just leave it at this time frame, consistently, and wait for the volatility to come back in. And oh yes, now I don't know what this coin does. I don't know. I don't really care. I know it's created a new, it's broken to a new low, right? Assuming that this wick, you ignore that wick, the beginning wicks. I always don't ignore the beginning wicks. And yeah, so we're below the absolute low that it was started. So yeah, it's a good situation for the little lady to pick some of this stuff up. I'm surprised if I don't have any. Oh yes, right. I have this inside my Pandora's wallet. So I'm trading it through that. So anyways, yeah, I'm interested in if you're interested in getting some of this, I would suggest you get some as well. And because it's at a nice sweet low, and I'd be interested in getting some more. Probably, I'm going to probably get some more on Pandora's wallet shortly after the stream. So I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a note of that right now. So that I do not forget, right? Because I do like me some low coins. Yes, I know it's probably a shalt coin, a coin that has zero fundamentals, but as you say, as we say, we're not interested in the fundamentals. We're interested in the pumpamentals, and this has some serious pumpamentals. And I wouldn't be surprised if somebody comes along and decides, hey, you know what, let's pump this. Okay, so RVN is what I'm going to grab. So I'm going to put a sticky note on my screen. All right, next. Next coin. I'm going to take a look at, so you've got a lot of coins here, so I'm going to choose Balancer. Why not? Balancer. Since it's a DeFi favorite, BAL. And it's only on Poloniex? Jesus. And it's only with USDT? Oh man. Well, I don't know. It's early in the game here. It's hard to say what this coin's going to do. And yeah. I don't have much to say other than, hey, if you want to take a chance, yeah, you can go ahead, because it looks like it opened up at $24, down $9 to $9 right now. I don't know. I think we should wait for this thing to cool off. So give it some time to shake and bake, right? Before you consider buying this. All right. Matic. Matic is the next one we're going to take a look at. And what do we have here? Yeah, so I mean, again, this Matic coin is looking really good, because when you take a look at the overall trend, what do you see, right? It's moving up, and it's not breaking down. So yeah, we're closer to a bottom than we are at a top. So buying here is not a problem, right? Because you can see, right? You can see that the 61.8 is, well, it's a little bit lower, but still. Let's see here. Is that right? Did I hit that right? No. So yeah. Okay, 61.8. So it's a little bit lower, but what's a few sats among friends, man? Like, really? What's like 30 sats among friends? Right? So yeah. Not the best deal at this point in time, but still not the worst deal. Right down here would have been nicer to be picking some up at 200 sats. But again, it's not, you're not buying this thing at a crazy high. You want to wait. You want to start nibbling here. I don't have any problems with that. Just maybe set some cheaper nibbles at below the 61.8. Don't go below this line, because it looks like this line is not going to break. Alrighty. Next coin. So definitely a good coin. Let me see how much I have before we go on to the next coin. Well, I have too much to add to this coin, this particular asset. So I'm just going to wait it out. We're at 129. Okay. And 229, sorry. And so 220, yeah, I'll just wait it out. No more. For me, I'm done. Next coin here. Wondering, I'd love to hear something about Tron TRX. Alright, so there's always the good Tron and bad Tron. TRX. TRX, sorry. And is this a good Tron or a bad Tron? Let's find out. So far, it looks like a very good Tron. Very, very good Tron. I like Tron. I like Tron a lot. I think, let's see here. Oh man, wish I could have saw this beforehand, but yeah, it's good enough. Alrighty, so let's see here. Yeah, we are ready to blast off on this thing. Let's see if we can pick some cheap Tron. I want to pick some cheap Tron up before it takes off, because we've already broken out from its breakout level. Sometimes when it does break out, of course, remember, this is why I don't like breakouts, is that it comes back at you a little bit before it actually goes higher. So let's see if I'm going to take the 38.2 from the overall levels. Let's see where that is. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take the 38.2. See if I can get some ultra cheap Tron. Since this is very liquid, I'll go with that too. And pick some up right here. Right, so if the price just goes a little bit lower than that, I will be getting some Tron. Yeah. Okay, right here. Okay. There we go. So let me just see if I can get some cheap Tron. If not, I'll just live with what I've got and go forward. All right. And next coin. Thank you very much. Upbreaker, you helped me get some coins. Another one is Coti. Okay, so let's take a look at that. COTE. Might have to like create a better system of taking a look at the coins so everybody gets a chance, and people who are not in the stream get a chance to mention the coin, and so that we can go to that. And so, anyways, I'm looking at. I want to get into this, but it looks like I am SOL. Whatever this is, I don't know. It looks like it's ready to rock and roll. But I'm not going to buy up here. What I'm going to do is, from that last W there, I'm going to see if we can pull off a 61.8. Well, not really, because this thing's really ready to go. This thing's really ready. And not really ready, because like, look, the bigger W, it is right here. There's W's everywhere, and it failed. And so, yeah, I don't think so. We have to go to the 38.2. Alrighty, so let's see what the liquidity is on this. Okay, yeah, good enough. Lots of liquidity. So, what was I consider buying this at? Yeah, 2.5. Yeah, so I'll go for another 2.5 on that. Let's see if this thing hooks me up. There we go. Down here. Okay. That's done. That's done. So, alrighty. Well, you know what? I just realized I should probably just show you guys how to. Okay, well, I'll deal with that in a second. The next coin we see it. I'm going to show you guys how to buy the coins on Pandora's wallet. Duh, Jesus. Okay. QTUM. 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 Alrighty, so again, as you can see, this thing has W'd out. We're ready to rock and roll. A lot of rock and rolls, man. Look at that. Just absolutely rock and roll time. Unfortunately, this is not a W down here. So let's just see if we can get some. If you don't have any, I already have lots of this, so I'm just gonna leave it probably. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. And really, if I was going to get some more, I'd hit the 38.2 right about here, which is at 2,575 sats. So it's just gonna check the breakout level here. So yeah, that's be a nice place for you to pick up some of this quantum coin in the next little while. Alrighty, next coin here. At Davinci tried shitcoin Tron, would be much appreciated. Yeah, we already did the Tron. Alrighty, UBT. Let's see what's going on with Bitcoin. Absolutely nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Not just nothing. A whole lot of nothing. All right, UBT, right? Yeah, that's right. UBT. Wow, nice. Like I picked some of this UBT up, I guess, sometime ago, recently in the recent events. Don't know where, but there it is. A small, tiny amount, fraction. We're back up here. So let me just sell half here and see where 50%. See, yeah, yep. And that's it. Yeah, this thing W'd out and it's ready to rock and roll. So I'm looking to get some profit very, very soon. Wish a few days earlier I could have picked up a little bit more, but I probably wouldn't have bothered anyways. Yeah, let's see where this thing can go. If you're ready to, if you're willing to buy the breakout, buying here is not a bad idea. Not the greatest idea. It's just not. I'm not going to tell you to pound the table and go out and run and buy this, but yeah, you could probably buy it on a little bit of a pullback and on the shorter time frame. Because buying with all these green candles, you're sure to get hurt. So look for the little W right here. See the little W here. Maybe we just get some on 38.2. Pullback. There you go. Right there. There's a little gap. You're good to go. And you're good to go. That 3,660 sats is your 38.2. Okay. Let's see here. A lot going on in the union group there, as you can see. Hopefully they're not providing secrets and so. Yeah, it's weird how, you know, on my channel and everybody's channel that they're actually advertising scams on for the ads in YouTube. It's redonkulous. But I don't think it's I don't think that is a mistake by YouTube, because I think they're too big of a company to not figure that out and figure out an algorithm to get these guys. And so I really think it's just a way to get rid of crypto, point to crypto as a scamming place and get rid of us. And so that's why I want to leave YouTube before they actually they bring down the guillotine. Because you know the only people who are allowed to scam you is Wall Street. Oh, damn. Well, you know, the reality is they're actually, I should say, the only people who are allowed to make money in this market is Wall Street. And then when they made money, they are allowed to scam you. Right? That's the truth. Right? So they want to make sure that they're the ones buying, not you. All right, this is too late to buy. This thing's like flying. Right? Unless you want to buy this thing and give me a double. Which I don't recommend. I do not at all. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. This thing's, you need to like just move on, find another coin, and if you already have some, make sure you're selling half on a double, because this thing's flying. This thing's going to continue to fly, and you're going to get paid. In fact, this thing, well, I don't expect this thing to go like, you know, there is going to be one coin at least that does something like this, right? That just absolutely just keeps going and just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going and does something just absolutely insane. So be prepared for that, right? That's why, as a little lady here, you want to be the one. You want to at least be able to say, "Hey, I got some of that. I got some of that action." All right, XRP, the next coin. Oh, we already did XRP, right? Yeah, we did, didn't we? We talked about my FOMO buy, and yeah, we did. So let's just go on to the next one. Theta and Strat. I'm going to have to move that printer somewhere else probably. Let's see here. I'll probably move it upstairs because it's a wireless printer. Like, really doesn't need to be here. Alrighty, Theta. Thank you. I think we might have a winner. Chicken dinner. Let's see here. We're in the buy zone, and I wish we could have gotten to down here at the 78.6. That's some sweetness. But yeah, let's take a little bit of a nibble here. We've rounded out the bottom here. We're creating nice W's and stuff like that into this rounding part. We are a little bit late to the party though. Jesus. But the party's just started. It's still early. Oh man. Look at that. Even the hourly is not taking off here. I don't know. Let's see here. I think I want to I'm just gonna FOMO buy this. Not the best thing to do, right? But it's ready to rock and roll. So I have to like be a FOMOer. I have to. I'm not gonna buy a whole lot, but I'm gonna roll FOMO 5, and I'm gonna do move my average down, average buy order, because I've already taken 2 doubles on this thing, and profited quite a bit, and so I'm just gonna put back 0.15 bitcoins onto this thing and see where it takes me. And look at that, it's already freaking like, did you guys buy this before me? Did you really do that? Are you like being that mean to me? That's just nasty, guys. Just nasty. There you go. 3. Yeah. So you guys are just buying up this FOMO into this coin well before I did. That ain't right. That ain't right, man. That ain't right. All right. So looks like somebody's hitting it back down. So let me just see. What's the okay, so I'm going to switch this to 10 so I make sure I get a little bit more coins, and there we go. That's what I'm buying. Not the greatest ideas, but I'm willing to accept the losses on this, because I probably wouldn't take any losses actually on this, because I've already gotten a free position and a profit position on this coin, because I've made 2 sales of 30.35 bitcoins in total on this coin. So I don't see anything wrong with me, for me at least, FOMO buying this coin. But for you guys, if you want to like, hey, you know what? Maybe I could get some lucky and this thing rolls over a little bit. You know, you should probably maybe take a look at the, let's see here, the fibs from here to here, and maybe do a 38.2 at the 2,797 sats area to where you want to buy. I don't have time. I feel that I'm okay with buying a little bit high here. I've already profited. I'm just going to bring down my average buy a little bit here. Is this thing finished? No. This thing takes forever. I think it is. I think it is finished. So let me just cancel this order here. Right, we're going to see how badly Binance is when it comes to their API. It's really, really bad. Right, and they're really nasty about it. Their API is not the greatest. Okay, so I'm gonna come back to Theta. after we do one more coin, because it takes a while before this thing actually updates. Strat. Did they delist this thing? Okay, they did not. It delisted the BNB against Strat. Oh man, I was just like a hair's. Look at that. Just free, and let's see how many sats away. Oh man, that's just not right. That's not right. I was 250 sats away from a just over 250 sats, 260, 270 sats away from a double. Wow. Figures. Well, obviously, you don't want to be buying here unless you want to help me get a double, right? You can see where the W's are right down here, and not really. They weren't really beautiful W's actually. They were not beautiful at all. They're pretty ugly, very ugly, and they barely even count as a W. So yeah, would it behoove you to not buy up here and to let's just go and to just wait for the 61.8 or walk away. This is a very old coin. I would not trust that it would not come back to even to the 88.6 down here, and that's just the way it is, man. You can see. Sorry, I better not move away from the mic because it's already bad with the volume. So yeah, we could see that this thing is it should come back all the way to at least the 61.8 and probably even the 88.6 where I first bought it. And I'm okay if that happens. I'll live, right? But the chances, you know, with the alt season coming in, this breaking to an all-time high over the last year or more, actually. Yeah, it's been like almost a year, right? Don't expect the 61.8. You might have to wait. You might have to wait, get it in at 38.2. But you have to wait, be able to, you know, suffer some. You might be able to have to suffer some losses if you do buy the 38.2, and this thing decides to come all the way back down here, because that's a distinct possibility, greater possibility on this coin than any other coin. So yeah, that's what your risks are, right? So just consider that. Okay, let's see how much I got in it. Not much. Okay, next coin. Let's head back to Theta and see if I can. There we go. I can set my sell order and notification now. Okay, sorry. And how much do I want to sell? I want to sell. Because I'm just doing the averages. I shouldn't do that, right? That's how. But I just don't have the time because I have several things that I'm doing. What I generally did, what makes me the most money is if I were to have separate each and every single buy and have a double on each and every separate buy, and then it makes you look like you're doing a lot better, right? Especially when you hit multiple doubles on one particular coin, and then you can like brag to your friends and say, "Well, I doubled my money here at this point. I doubled it again at this point. I doubled it again at this point." And so if you have multiple buy orders on one particular coin and you have multiple sell orders on one particular coin for each time that you've purchased, it just one, it makes you more money. Two, it makes you look really good, right? So you get like a lot of doubles and stuff like that off, right? So anyways, so yeah, the reason why it makes you more money is because if you have it more separated, that means that some of the coins, some of the sellers may not make it, right? But you've already profited on the ones that are a little bit lower that you managed to buy in at a lower price. So yeah, whilst if you average out, right, like I'm doing, what tends to happen is that sometimes your your sell order, your final sell order, one of the seller, your average sell order doesn't make it, just gets close to the top and then it comes back down. And if you had to have just sold that small amount that you'd purchased at a lower price sooner, you would have gotten a double there, but maybe not on the higher number, right? So that's how you end up making a little bit more money than you would on would doing it with averaging in. But there's nothing wrong with this, except if time is not on your side, and you want to maximize your own personal time and um, um, minimize the work and effort that would goes into having multiple sell orders, managing multiple sell orders, and making sure that, okay, well, how much did I sell that on that one, and where do I sell the next double, and all that kind of stuff. So okay, I put in 0.1 on that one, I put in 0.05 on that one, I put in point 0.07, and managing all of those things gets very tedious, very tedious. Uh, but if you make it a full-time job, it makes it easier, because then it becomes like nothing, right? To you, so it sells very little time. Okay, sold from 0.5 to for the third win. Just like putting a reminder there. And I'm going to kill this old one. Only the reason why I do this is with the reminders is on only on Binance is because Binance, again, their API sucks, right? They won't do anything if you try talking to them. They act like so superior, godlike. It's like ridiculous. Um, and so what happens is it's difficult for Koeniji to figure out whether or not your coin has been sold. Whilst on any other API market, any other exchange, it's instant. They tell you the second your coin is sold. Whilst this one does not, because it's a disaster on wheels. Alrighty. Next coin. We love you too. We love you too, lol. Alrighty. Yeah, that was fun when my wife came in. Oh damn! You know what? She should. I should ask her to make my salvo conducted so I can leave the house sometime. Should I need to in the wake of my job. Hey, do you should turn off your notifications? Oh yeah, I guess I should turn off my notifications. I wonder if I could turn them all off on this thing. Settings. Is there something? Settings, notifications, play sound, no. Show sender name, no. Desktop notifications, flash the icon. Yeah, I don't care. There we go. Well, let's see if that works. All right. ACT. Let's see. Hopefully now the notifications are off. What time is it? Oh wow, it's 8 o'clock. We've got into the new. It's a new week. Let's take a look. Am I seeing what? No, what? What? You got to be shitting me. That's insane. And they've just taken off. Yeah, okay, so this is definitely a real move. Definitely a real move. Right? Because it just came out of nowhere. When they do that, this move has got legs. When they don't give you any kind of like signal, because like look, they broke the last low, right? They didn't give you a W, right? And it's just gone. And yeah, we did a whole lot of nothing, and then got tighter and tighter, and then explode into the next hour. And we're in the next hour of which is the new week. We have this is this 5 minute candle here is the new week. It's already a minute and a half into it. Um, hmm. Ethereum just like left the building, man. Oh my god. Yeah, so Ethereum's got more legs to it. Don't think you want to be a buyer up here though on the 15-minute chart. Definitely not on the 5 minute. But man, it's gonna fly. That's too bad. Didn't get a chance at all. We got a little bit of better view here on the. Oh man, yeah, we had like at least a decent chance here of catching this, right? But only on a breakout, which I wouldn't have probably done, right? But depending on the percentage, right? Breakout trades are pretty good, right? Let's just say, okay, take a look at this. This is 0.104%. I mean, come on, right? That's where your stop loss would have been. What's the risk is just too low for you to not try and see what could happen here, right? But we missed that one. Should have went with Ethereum first, I guess. But what else can we do? Well, we can do what I call is a continuation trade. So what we do is we enter 38.2 wherever this thing stops on the 5 minute. We enter on the 38.2. So we're not interested in buying outside the bands at all. So we want to see this thing come back into the 38.2, stop loss it at the 61.8. Now this is highly risky because generally what happens is that the markets come back, retest the top of the last breakout, and you can see we're at the 78.6. But not all the time. And so if you wanted to do a continuation trade when it's got a lot of power, right, to break it higher, which looks like we're in the 38.2 here, that's where I would enter here. So I'm going to see if I can do that on Ethereum, because and then see what happens. So I'm going to enter at 24, because I think Ethereum's got some serious legs. Serious legs eventually. It may not be popping right now. This might not be the real pop, but yeah, I'm going to hit the limit order. I'm going to hit $42 even. I'm just going to go $42 even. It's a few cents between friends and see what happens. I'm going to buy long. Right, and that's it. 42 even. And then I'm going to stop loss it. Let's see here at the 78.6, just because I don't want to get stopped out on this one, and there's just too low of a risk. The risk is like less than five. What if we go to the 42? The risk is like 0.5%. So it just makes sense, right? to go for that, especially if it comes back, it gives you the buy. May not, but yeah, that's where I'm at. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, and that's what I've just done. So let's see what it does from here, and see if we can get a little bit of action, lights, camera action happening with this particular coin, Ethereum. Okay, done and done. All right, I'm gonna move on to let's go on back to Bitcoin and see what Bitcoin's up to. Well, did it break higher here? Not quite. Coming back down. Right, so that's interesting volume there, and we might be getting a fake out, maybe. Let's see. Let's see. Don't think so. I don't think so. I think this move is real. I think it's got some power. So yeah, I mean, you had all this chance to get into this the longer term trade, right? Because this was the point where the longest on this side here, you're in profits now on the longest term trade. So if you got in at any point in time on this long term trade, there you are. Of course, it's a higher risk, so you're in a higher long time. It's a longer time that you're gonna have to wait before this thing actually plays out. But on a shorter time frame, we are looking to pick up something quickly. Yeah, I really got nothing. If this thing goes lower enough, um, it turns into turns really, really bad, because it turns into an empire in the next 2 minutes, and then it becomes a short trade after that, right? But only for a small amount of money, because it's a very tiny empire. So I wouldn't bother trading it. Yeah, and then we might not. This looks like it was like a little bit of a failed move. But I'm gonna hold my Ethereum trade and see where it goes. See if it does take us higher, right? And I'll live with that. It doesn't look so good. Like Ethereum's turns in. It's not an empire, but it looks like the same fractal. Um, should it close at should it close below the 242 dollars level that I'm buying in at, and we're almost there on Ethereum. And then I'll leave it at that. Okay, so let's see how that plays out. Next thing we're going to do is what about EOS? Yeah, I know the mic's too low, but sorry, I can't figure out what's going on. I'm gonna try rebooting the computer, and afterwards, not right now, and see if I can fix it for tomorrow's stream, for tomorrow's videos. If I can't fix it, I'm not gonna do the video until I get everything fixed properly for tomorrow. So we'll see. So I'm tired of the nonsense. I try to do everything right, and this thing always breaks. So I need to find. Looks like I'm not getting a fill. No. Okay. Yeah, I am. And let's see here. EOS. The strange thing about EOS is that it should be. I've never heard anything about it, right? Mostly it's supposed to be like a new Ethereum. It's supposed to be the Ethereum killer, and back in the days, and now it's like nobody's talking about it, and like it looks like I want to buy some right down near the bottoms here. Near the yeah, exactly. When it just turned there. Okay. So yeah, that's where I'm interested at some EOS there. I'm not interested at all until this thing is ready to pop and gives me a W, and I don't. It will not give us a W, and we mentioned this before in another video. Okay, LTO already from Dave. Okay, has a lot of news this month. Well, news is the news. You need to ignore the news, right? That is just a way to manipulate you, not a way to make your trading decisions at all. With that said, yeah. So this thing is ready. It looks very similar to another coin that we were looking at, where it had like the W right here, popped up right here. We have like a trend line like this. It's had lots of W. I could have swore we looked at a coin exactly that looked exactly like this. And guess what? I'm going to say the exact same thing. Uh, you want to buy this thing if it's going to take off, because we've already look at that. Except for the W, it's not the good W here. This thing should have been a lot lower. We don't have a breakout W here, so I'm a little concerned. But overall, looking at the lower time frames right here, looking at this side of this trend line here, yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking 61.8 on this thing. Right here is where you should be buying. Not the 38.2, because I'm a little concerned because this was not a breakout from a breakout W. So I'm making a little bit of I'm changing my mind on this one. 38.2 should not be the buying zone, it should be the 61.8. And don't be surprised if it comes all the way back down here. Don't be surprised at all if it comes all the way to 1088.6. Okay? Alright. Next coin. Did we do Unibright? I'm not sure. But let's take a look. Okay, wait a second. Hang on. I missed somebody. Hang on. Hold your horses. Unibright horses. We did EOS first. T290 Telegram, Theta, perfect. Then we did. Oh, did I miss this guy? I might have missed this person here saying it's KNC. Cause like and okay, so KNC. Let me just do that guy. KNC and see what the KNC's got for me. Too late to buy. I've already made my money, right? Again, you want to give me some free money? Go right ahead and buy this thing. But if you want to be a buyer, you know what you gotta do. You gotta like let this thing go and just set the fibs, and the 61.8 is the only thing you're interested in ever on this thing. Don't even bother. Don't even bother buying this thing up here at all. Okay. We're gonna do UBT next. I'm gonna have to cut this off shortly and see. Well, oh, Ethereum is like dumping. Ethereum's dumping. Let's see if Ethereum's got some more legs. Turn, baby, turn. You should have had like lots more legs, man. You should have been able to get all the way up here and break that last previous high. But you're not listening. You don't want to listen. All right. Well, I got a notification on that, so let's see what it does. Okay. QBT is what we were supposed to be looking at. Alrighty. QBT. Could have sworn, yeah, we looked at this already, so I'm gonna go for another coin. XMR, because we did this LTO. XMR. XMR it is. What is XMR up to, man? It's up to no good. We got, well, the good thing is, right? Here's the good thing. What you got here is that XMR has been sloping down, ski sloping down like crazy. And now it's broken its trend line. And because it's broken its trend line, what are we supposed to be doing here? Looking for some hunting W's like crazy. Especially since we're on a weekly, right? Do we got a little bit of a W here? Yeah, we got a little bit of a W action here. Not the greatest W, right? The breakout point is obviously is right here, but not the greatest. This is not the greatest W in the world. So don't be surprised if we do some more W action here. Now, have we hit the bottom on XMR? I think so. We could come back to the breakout level, which is right here, which is at 427,000 sats. But yeah, you could put a stink bid there, and probably you might be able to catch it. I don't think it's going to stay there that long if it does break down there. You could also be one of those kind of people that, okay, well, hey, you know what? If it breaks the lows, I'm out, right? So yeah, that's where I would. That's another thing you could do. You could set your alarm a little bit lower than the lows, and then if it breaks that, that's it. You can buy here because you're not buying the top, you're not buying the bottoms, exact bottom, but you're buying close to the bottom, I think. And so yeah, we can see that we've turned around from oversold, but I think this thing has more time to cook. It's got more time to cook before it actually before we actually see some serious price action. All right, so let me do one more coin. Anything under 700 sats is a good entry, eh? This guy. Okay, so let's do 80A and then call it a day. Okay, I'm sure 80A is nothing to write home about, nothing to buy here. I think it's probably too late. Yeah, it is too late to be a buyer on 80A. Right? Wonder if I'm about to take some profits on this. I'm going to be probably taking profits on that. So if you want to give me profits on this, that's fine. I don't mind. You just buy your 80A right now. I don't have a whole lot of it because I didn't trust the guy after watching Chico Crypto. I felt that the information the fundamental information he gave me there indicated that this was probably a dangerous buy. But then I said, you know what, don't hate it, don't date it, just trade it. And so I set some buy orders. And so yeah, I think we're going higher, and I don't think I will be getting a buy entry anytime soon. All right, with that said, thank you all for participating in today's live stream. I'm gonna have I got a lot of messages here, so as you can see, a lot of people have been asking me questions, like 7 questions that I gotta go through, yeah, let me just switch screens here. Yeah, I'm hopefully I can fix this mic problem, and and then I can do some streaming tomorrow. Wow, when I look at the mic levels on the screen, right? I got two levels, the one from the computer and one from OBS. And the OBS one is like you can barely see it moving. And I got the mic right up to my mouth. Ridiculous. Sorry about the problem here. Um, I hope you guys had didn't it wasn't so bad the recording, but I will be fixing it, and then we'll probably do probably another stream this week or something like that because I want to see if we can get in some altcoins that are low. So basically, in the next stream that we do, I'm gonna want you guys to do some homework for me. I'm gonna want you guys to choose coins that are like absolutely flat near the bottom. And if you guys pick a coin that's not flat, I'm not gonna do the TA. I'm just gonna switch over to another coin. Just keep switching until we find a coin that's low. Um, that's what we're gonna do for the next video session sometime this week. No guarantees though. Quite busy all the time, but I will try to do that because it is the season to be jolly with your altcoins. So I want to make sure that we get in get some decent buys before the kids get in and pump them to all time highs. All right. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this stream, and look forward to doing another one. Cheers, guys.